Augmented reality and virtual reality might sound similar, but they create totally different experiences, and knowing the difference matters more than ever. Are you wondering which tech does what, and where each one fits into the future of our digital lives? In this video, we're breaking down AR vs VR, what sets them apart, how they work, and where you're most likely to see them in action. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tech explained simply. Let's clear up the confusion, starting now. What is augmented reality? Augmented reality, or AR, overlays digital information onto the real world around you. Think of it as adding a digital layer to your existing environment. When you use AR, you're still in your physical space, but digital elements are superimposed on top of what you see. The most famous example is Pokemon Go, where virtual creatures appear in your real-world surroundings through your phone screen. AR doesn't replace your environment. It enhances it with additional digital content. AR typically works through devices like smartphones, tablets, or specialized AR glasses. The device's camera captures the real world, and software adds digital elements that appear to exist in that space. These digital elements can be 3D objects, text, animations, or interactive interfaces that respond to your movements and gestures. What is virtual reality? Virtual reality, or VR, creates a completely artificial environment that replaces your real-world surroundings. When you put on a VR headset, you're transported to a digital world that can be realistic or fantastical. VR aims to make you feel like you're actually present in this artificial environment, blocking out the real world entirely. VR requires specialized equipment, primarily a headset that covers your eyes and often includes headphones for audio. Advanced VR systems also include hand controllers or full-body tracking to let you interact with the virtual environment. The goal is complete immersion, making your brain believe you're somewhere else entirely. Key technical differences. The fundamental difference lies in how each technology handles reality. AR adds to reality, while VR replaces it completely. AR keeps you grounded in your physical space while adding digital elements, whereas VR removes you from your physical space and places you in a digital one. From a hardware perspective, AR can work with simpler devices like smartphones, though advanced AR uses specialized glasses or headsets. VR always requires a headset and often additional controllers or tracking systems. AR processing is generally less intensive since it's overlaying elements onto existing camera feeds, while VR must render entire 3D environments in real time. The sensory experience also differs significantly. AR typically focuses on visual overlays, though it can include audio and haptic feedback. VR aims to engage all your senses, creating a complete sensory replacement with 360-degree visuals, spatial audio, and increasingly sophisticated haptic feedback. Real-world applications. AR applications span numerous industries and daily activities. In retail, AR lets customers virtually try on clothes or see how furniture looks in their homes before purchasing. Medical professionals use AR to overlay patient information during surgeries or training procedures. Navigation apps use AR to display directions directly on the road through your phone's camera. Industrial workers use AR for assembly instructions, maintenance procedures, and quality control. VR applications focus on creating entirely new experiences. Gaming is the most obvious application, transporting players to fantasy worlds or realistic simulations. Education uses VR for virtual field trips, historical recreations, and dangerous scenario training without real-world risks. Healthcare employs VR for therapy, pain management, and surgical training. Real estate uses VR for virtual property tours, and businesses use VR for remote collaboration and training programs. User experience and accessibility. AR tends to be more accessible since it works with devices most people already own. You can experience AR through your smartphone without buying additional equipment. The learning curve is typically gentler because you're still in your familiar environment with added digital elements. VR requires more investment in specialized equipment and often needs dedicated space for safe movement. The experience can be more intense and immersive, but may cause motion sickness for some users. VR also requires users to be completely removed from their surroundings, which isn't always practical or safe. Development and content creation. Creating AR content often involves working with real-world environments and understanding how digital elements interact with physical spaces. AR developers must consider lighting conditions, surface detection, and spatial tracking. The content must seamlessly blend with reality to maintain the illusion. VR content creation involves building entire worlds from scratch. Developers have complete control over the environment, but must create everything from textures to physics systems. VR content requires more processing power and storage space since it's rendering complete 3D environments. Future trends and market direction. The augmented reality AR market is expected to experience rapid growth in the coming years, driven largely by advancements in lightweight AR glasses and increasingly powerful smartphone capabilities. Major technology companies are making significant investments in AR, viewing it as the next major step in mobile computing. Because AR seamlessly integrates digital content into everyday life, whether for navigation, shopping, education, or work, it holds strong potential for widespread mainstream adoption. Meanwhile, virtual reality, VR, technology continues to evolve with improvements such as higher resolution displays, wireless headsets, and more natural, intuitive controllers. The growing popularity of the metaverse, a shared virtual space for social interaction, gaming, and virtual events, has renewed interest in VR as a platform for immersive experiences. Choosing between AR and VR. Your choice between augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, largely depends on your specific goals and use cases. Opt for AR if your priority is to enhance and interact with the real world while maintaining awareness of your surroundings. AR technology overlays digital information onto the physical environment, making it perfect for applications like navigation, shopping, and education that build on existing real-world knowledge. It's also highly valuable for professional settings where users need to interact with both digital content and their physical environment simultaneously, such as in medical procedures, manufacturing, or fieldwork. On the other hand, choose VR when complete immersion is essential. VR creates fully virtual environments that replace the real world, making it ideal for entertainment, training, and simulations where controlling the environment is crucial. It's especially useful for gaming experiences that require full attention, therapeutic uses like exposure therapy, detailed skill training in safe, simulated scenarios, and any experience that benefits from eliminating outside distractions. VR allows users to explore dangerous, complex, or otherwise inaccessible situations safely and effectively. AR brings the digital into your real world. VR takes you out of it entirely. Both are changing how we play, learn, and connect, and we're just getting started. If this helped you understand the difference, let us know in the comments or share where you've seen AR or VR in action. And if you want more tech made simple, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. See you in the next one.